Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Monterey Financial from their credit report, and actually in many cases without paying the debt at all. So if that's you or someone that you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. So stay tuned. Now that doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or you believe that Monterey Financial or any of the other accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft, or that they have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any other major issues that are really affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. Now, if there are no issues like that exist in your case, and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can help with that too. Give us a call today. Our number will be in the description below for you. Now, today I want to go through some of the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one I think is really important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Monterey Financial? And I put this one at the top of the list because I think it's unfortunate that I get a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And believe me, it makes sense. Few people are taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business, so myself included. Now, fortunately, the answer is that unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So no need to worry about that whatsoever. The amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million and you will not be arrested or get jail time. So now who is Monterey Financial and why are they showing up on your credit report? So they're referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount. Okay, so, let's say, for example, imagine that you have an unpaid card with Capital One for $1,000. Monterey Financial could, in theory, come along and buy that debt for just $100. But now they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, giving them a 10x return on their investment. So, yeah, these companies can make a lot of money. And damaging your score by reporting the debt to your credit report is a primary strategy that they have to get you to pay. However, this is a good time to mention that what a lot of people don't know is that paying the debt on your credit report does not actually remove the account that's attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, okay, whether it's paid or not. So a lot of the time, paying isn't actually in your best interest and can just be a waste of money. Now, in rare cases, paying debt can even hurt your score further. Now, in addition to credit reporting, they may also send scary letters. They could call a lot. They probably will. Even calling your family members and colleagues. And again, if collectors have ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So again, that's another case that you want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. So should you negotiate a settlement with Monterey Financial? Settling your debt with Monterey Financial really depends on your personal goals. Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, which who doesn't, paying isn't actually in your best interest, right? Because as I mentioned before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to come in and review these accounts for you. And if certain issues exist, the accounts may be removed entirely. And this is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score, and the negative account gets removed from your report. So it's really perfect. So how do you remove Monterey Financial from your credit report? Great question. So the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Now, I'll say that the knowledge required to do this is a bit involved, a little bit more involved than it might seem. And I'm not telling you that you shouldn't learn how to do it. You should. It's good knowledge to have, but just be prepared to spend weeks, maybe months, learning how to do it properly. However, you could hire a professional to handle it for you and ensure that it's done properly the first time and save that extra time. Then that's where we come in. We'd be happy to take care of that for you. We've dealt with Monterey Financial accounts many times, and they regularly have issues. And we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'd be happy to take care of that for you too, if you prefer. Here's a good one. How can you get Monterey Financial to stop calling you? This is one of the more annoying aspects of the business. And as I mentioned before, Monterey Financial will be calling you in an attempt to collect the debt that they've purchased, which means the only reason that they're going to stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them. Or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will Monterey Financial try suing or garnishing my wages? This is another big fear. And I will say that Monterey Financial suing is unlikely. It can happen. It does happen. But in our experience, it's rare. There are a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and it's just a long process. However, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect at all, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with Monterey Financial? So this is great. You have the right to dispute any of your debt with Monterey Financial. Okay? Monterey Financial is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the FDCPA, and as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA. And these acts can seem very complicated, but the bottom line is that they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, that's not a problem. You can call us today to discuss your options. Again, our number is in the description below. And that's it for today.